talk a little bit about cloud mindset. And by that, when we talk to customers at Oracle, I try to emphasize getting used to the speed of change, getting used to phase rollouts, phase implementation. When you talk more from the business perspective, maybe you use cloud mindset, but how do you approach them on that cloud mindset, if you will, or speed of change?
Well, I think, again, speed of change, people always thought in terms of their internal pace of change, right?
Yeah.
So, I was here and I just moved to there, and it's just a systematic way to do it. When you put on cloud, everything changes because it's now no longer just linear. It is exponential and not linear at all. So you could be swooping around in different places, and you can actually leapfrog in ways that you could never have imagined before.
Right. And do you see customers a lot more willing, what we see is instead of these kind of big cliffs in terms of adopting cloud, to be much more incremental and continuous change? I mean, there used to be the cliche of continuous process improvement, but the reality what we saw was sort of big implementations, big changes, but we see it starting to change. Are you talk to your clients and you interview your customers about that?
Yes, what they're realizing is that these big, huge cliff orientation transformational changes are really taxing on an organization.
Yeah.
Because we go through this huge change and one organization said, yeah, we've done this before, we know we can do it, but it's been 2 years and we're still recovering.
Right.
And I'm like, this is not the way to do it. So disruptive organizations, what they do is they do lots and lots of little changes.
Yeah.
And their cycles of change are much shorter. I always kind of think of it as, do you do a week in between meetings or do you do an hour between meetings?
Right. Interesting. And the dynamic I find too is almost, it's a little bit cultural, but it's also kind of experience-wise. The next generation is coming into the workforce. I see it's much more, they're just used to it more, particularly technology change, rapid development, going from one tool to the next. Are you finding that in the upper levels of business as well, sort of acceptance of it?
I think so, because what I see across, when I looked at the survey of leaders that I did, there was no change in terms of the disruptive leadership aptitude and expectations by age.
Interesting.
Or job level, or even a little bit about the size of the organization.
Okay.
But it was interesting that age didn't matter.
Okay. So it's more culture, sort of personality, acceptance, comfort level with the change.
It is. And what you find is that you have millennials who are just as uncomfortable with change as you see with
people.
boomers.
It's just people adopting change, absorbing it, or sort of shying away from it.
It's just hard.
Right. Exactly. People change. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.